I loved the college school. When I started in kindergarten, so I went all the way through. I don't ever remember having a day where I came to school even realizing that we were learning. It was just fun. It was always fun, and we were always doing different stuff. And I do have a memory or two where, you know, I'd be at a practice and we'd be driving home and I'd say, Mom, Dad, you know, so-and-so, they've memorized this. We haven't memorized this. And and I was concerned about that because it seemed like all my friends were memorizing these certain things, and I knew about them and I understood it, but I hadn't memorized it. And they're like, well, Kristen, here's the difference. They may memorize it, but they may not understand what it means, what its context is, why it's important, and that's why the college school is different.
Like Kristen talked about, she just loved learning, and she learned that at the college school, and so did I. That's really helped me through high school. When all my friends complain about school, I've just never felt that, you know, dread. And so, you know, even in high school, I look forward to each day. And at the college school, the weekday was my weekend. You know, I looked forward to it. On the weekend, I wanted to get back to school.
In 6th grade, we had to begin writing research papers, and we did that up to 8th grade. And I owe college school everything, because when I went to high school, we were expected to write research papers, and I already knew that I had to make drafts, and I had to do research, and I should make note cards, and I knew the style of the writing, and I just really appreciated college school teaching me that technique. And it did help me in high school a lot.
But they had us write a paper or pamphlet kind of mix for a topic that we had to pick, and I thought, oh, this is just like research papers. I have to get my facts, I got to get my sources, I got to get my note cards. So I did all that. I made I think it was an 8-page paper, turned it into my teacher, and he gave me an A+ because I was supposed to just write a 2-page paper about what happened. And so, yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
I think that the thing that I miss the most about the college school is the closeness that everyone had. And the feeling that you could walk down the hallway and know everyone's name and know that you had something to say to them. So whether it be, hi, what's up, or how was that assignment last week, you always knew who you were talking to, and you always knew something about them. And I mean, there's 1,000-something kids at Webster, and I'm lucky if I know 30 names. But I think that really it's something you cherish when you can go and know everyone, and it brings you closer, and we're more like a family.
And every single year, something new has come to the college school. Some new adventure, some new challenge, new people, new community. That it's always this ongoing adventure. And the adventure has always been a balance of this sort of adventure and also personal growth or academic growth that's all enshrouded in this love. And when I reflected on that, and that was a word that one of our parents who's here today really helped me embrace a couple years ago as a word that belongs in school. Our schools should be defined by love. Too many schools aren't. And so our school is. And when my wife and I started looking, and we had been part of some other pretty rich educational communities in our children's first and second years of life, but when it's time to start school, there was never a doubt that the college school would be our home for us, and it was because of all those adventures, but they were encased in love. And so as an alumni, as an administrator, as a teacher, as a parent here, that love is a really important thing for me and my family.
the difficulties, I don't think so. I mean, when I went into my freshman year at Whitfield, I had pretty strong writing skills. That wasn't a trouble at all. I was very good at math, and college school definitely prepared me for that, so I was really good in math. I understood that pretty well. Science, I was good at science. I really didn't have that much trouble going in there. Like, it was hard because I had to say goodbye to the college school because I had been here for 10 years. That was definitely a challenge, but that was really the only difficulty that I had, was just kind of letting go of the college school again.
There is the information, there's the core information, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But then there's the reason for that, and there is the story behind that. And I feel like at the college school, they put an equal amount of attention on the why as the what. And that's as much a mindset of a learning style as it is the actual information. At the college school, they kind of, it's not a direct lesson, okay, do this, but it's something you kind of pick up on.
The opposite, I had a really difficult social transition. No fault of the college schools, but I was really badly bullied in my freshman year in high school. And because of the college school, I went into the college school being really shy, not talking very much, and I left a confident person. And so when I was bullied, I used that confidence not only to stand up to the bully, but I've started an anti-bullying stand-up comedy campaign. Yeah. And
we see some of it?
And so that's helped me travel and talk to teachers about stopping the circle of hate. And really, thanks to the college school, I know we're going to all say that phrase many times, but I just wouldn't have that ability, and I was able to maintain my self-esteem and self-esteem, which is really difficult to do in that situation.
So I think the most important thing that I took away from the college school is to always be prepared academically, and when we're camping, you only forget an extra pair of socks once. Because hiking in a wet pair of socks is just the worst thing that's ever happened. And I feel like, at least academically, I wasn't always the best student. I didn't start out as a good student. I wasn't prepared. I would forget homework all the time. I wasn't organized. But after a couple years at the college school, and I came in 3rd grade, I started to form habits where I thought, well, hey, maybe if I do my homework now, instead of the morning that it's due, I'll do it better, I'll understand it, I'll be prepared. And that has been huge, absolutely huge in high school. Because, last semester our big project was a 15-page paper. And I wrote mine on environmental education at the college school. I actually came to the college school for a few months, and I'm coming back in the spring with a few classmates to assist with the 4th grade class, learning about building a wetlands, then actually going out to the LaBarque campus and building the wetlands. But anyway, I had to write a 15-page paper, and I was the only one out of 52 people in my class who had finished my paper a week before it was due. Everybody else was panicking. And I was comfortable. And I realized that that was the same kind of comfort I had when I could reach into my duffel bag while we were camping and feel an extra 4 or 5 pairs of socks. Because I knew I was set. So I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned from the college school.
I know I always went to the teacher because they always provided a solution. And the thing that's different from, I found from high school and to here, is that if you have a problem in high school, you can kind of just let it walk away, and it'll probably come back to you later on, maybe not in a week, maybe not in a month, but later. And that's not always the best thing. But at the college school, if there was a problem, you could get it solved and you could get it out of the way so you wouldn't have any kind of barrier in the future. And that's incredibly useful, not just for learning, but for also furthering your relationship with your peers and your teachers as well.
Because I'm still really good friends with my friends that I had at the college school. Like, I still talk to them a lot, and you know, I never really said goodbye to the college school, I guess. I still come back. I still visit with all the teachers. I still catch up with my friends. So, yeah.
Middle schoolers are in the same building as the preschoolers, so I mean, you have a buddy, and you have to be a mentor, and so none of that shenanigans goes on, and that's also really important, I think.
Opportunities for you, like you could be in plays like Shakespeare plays or classic theater, and I loved that. I thought that was really nice. And you also could participate and be a junior leader, and that was also nice. They just gave you a lot more opportunities when you're older, and like what Andy was saying, you got to have like a little partner, and I really enjoyed it. I just love that, personally.
Up to the middle schoolers, and you were waiting to go on this fantastic trip that every 8th grader goes on at the school. And the experience of becoming one is just really, it's full circle in the fact that you've been here all these years, and now you actually get to experience the best part of what the college school has to offer.
Semester or more of kindergarten is, if I said, how does the college school seem to handle difficulties, I'd say through consistency. And that there's always something bound to come up. I mean, you can't have a school full of 300 kids and not have issues, and anybody who tells you otherwise is lying to you. And what I found is it's consistency of communication, it's consistency of implementing strategies, and it's consistently caring, because I feel that Chen and Penny really care about Ian, and that's evident, you know, time after time after time. And when they say, okay, we'll check back in a month, and they do.
My graduation speech, it was about me, how I'm going to make a difference when I get older, and it was more of a I guess a testament to my perseverance and how dedicated I am and determined I am, and how the college school has made me that kind of person. And I remember this line in my speech saying that I'm going to wake up someday, it's not going to be tomorrow, it's not going to be next week, it might be in 50 years, but I'm going to know I made a difference in someone else's life. And that's a goal that I still believe in.